Hello and welcome back to our channel, where we explore the deep and meaningful world of bonsai. Today, we're taking a journey beyond the soil and scissors, into the realm of words to discover how bonsai has inspired poets and writers for centuries. From the elegant verses of Japanese haiku and tanka to the reflective lines of Western poetry, the miniature tree has served as a powerful symbol of nature, time, and the human spirit. So grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's explore the beautiful intersection of bonsai and literature. Have you ever looked at a bonsai and felt it was telling a story? That's precisely the feeling that has captivated poets for generations. In Japan, where bonsai as an art form was perfected, it naturally found its way into traditional poetic forms like haiku and tanka. These short, evocative poems are all about capturing a single powerful moment in nature, and what could be a more perfect subject than a bonsai? A haiku, with its strict 5-7-5 syllable structure, forces the poet to distill an image to its very essence. Imagine a simple verse describing an ancient pine bonsai, its gnarled branches reaching out against a winter sky. In just 17 syllables, a poet can convey themes of resilience, age, and the quiet dignity of survival. It's not just about what the tree looks like. It's about the feeling it evokes, a deep, contemplative connection to the natural world, all contained within a small pot. Let's look at a classic example. While direct translations can be tricky, the spirit of many haiku revolves around this very idea. A poet might write something like, "Old pine in a pot, winter winds may howl and bite, green needles stand firm." In this simple verse, the bonsai isn't just a plant. It's a character in a drama. It represents strength in the face of adversity. The pot itself becomes a symbol of constraint, yet within that constraint, the tree thrives. This duality is a recurring theme. The bonsai is both a work of nature and a work of human hands, a wild spirit carefully guided and nurtured. Tanka, which is a slightly longer form with a 5-7-5-7-7 syllable structure, allows for even more emotional depth. A tanka might explore the relationship between the caretaker and the tree, a dialogue spanning years, even decades. It could tell a story of patience, of seasons passing, and of the quiet joy found in watching something grow and change under your care. It's a testament to the idea that the greatest beauty often lies in the smallest, most carefully tended details. This inspiration isn't confined to Japan. As bonsai traveled the world, it carried its rich symbolism with it, influencing poets from different cultures and traditions. In the West, the bonsai often took on a slightly different meaning. Western poets were fascinated by the concept of a miniature giant, a full-size tree in a tiny form. It became a metaphor for potential, both realized and contained. Think about it. A mighty oak, with all its potential to tower over a forest, is instead cultivated to fit on a tabletop. This can be seen as a beautiful representation of focused energy and discipline, but it can also be interpreted as a symbol of restriction or unfulfilled ambition. This tension is what makes the bonsai such a compelling subject for poetry. It invites us to ask questions about our own lives. Are we living up to our full potential? What pots are we living in, and are they nurturing us or holding us back? Let's consider how a Western poet might approach the subject. Their poem might not follow the strict structure of a haiku, but it would likely explore similar themes through a different lens. For instance, a free verse poem could describe the intricate process of wiring a bonsai's branch, comparing it to the way we shape our own destinies and guide our own growth. The act of pruning could become a metaphor for letting go of things that no longer serve us, making space for new, healthier growth. American poets like Ezra Pound, who were heavily influenced by Japanese and Chinese art, helped introduce these Eastern aesthetics to a Western audience. Through their work, the image of the bonsai began to appear in modern poetry, not just as a decorative plant, but as a profound symbol for contemplation on life, art, and the human condition. It represents the delicate balance between control and freedom, between the wildness of nature and the artistry of human intention. The symbolism of bonsai in literature is incredibly rich and multifaceted. On one hand, the bonsai represents endurance, wisdom, and the beauty of age. An ancient gnarled juniper bonsai, with its deadwood or jin and shari, tells a story of survival through harsh conditions. It's a living sculpture that wears its history on its bark. Poets see this and draw parallels to human life, the scars we carry, the hardships we've overcome, and the wisdom we gain with age. A bonsai is a reminder that there is profound beauty in imperfection, and that our struggles can shape us into something unique and resilient. It teaches us the virtue of patience, as the art of bonsai is measured not in days or weeks, but in years, decades, and even generations. It's a legacy passed down, a living connection to the past. On the other hand, as we touched on earlier, the bonsai can also symbolize a sense of confinement or artificiality. Some writers have used the bonsai as a metaphor for a life that is overly controlled, unable to reach its natural, wild potential. It can represent societal pressures that shape us, or the personal limitations we place on ourselves. This dual interpretation is what makes the bonsai such a powerful literary device. It's not just one thing. Its meaning changes depending on the perspective of the poet and the reader. Is the bonsai a masterpiece of disciplined art, or a captive of human will? Is it a symbol of serene harmony, or of a struggle for freedom? The answer, like beauty itself, is often in the eye of the beholder. This complexity allows the bonsai to be a mirror, reflecting our own thoughts on nature, art, and our place in the world. Let's dive a little deeper into specific literary works. While you might not find a whole novel dedicated to a single bonsai, its image appears in countless poems, short stories, and even films as a powerful, resonant symbol. In Amy Tan's novel, The Joy Luck Club, the bonsai appears as a subtle but significant element, representing the carefully cultivated and sometimes constrained lives of the characters. The way a bonsai is meticulously shaped and cared for mirrors the way mothers try to shape their daughters' lives, with love and good intentions, but sometimes with restrictive results. The bonsai becomes a quiet symbol of cultural heritage, of expectations, and of the complex prune relationships between generations. In the world of poetry, the contemporary American poet Jane Hirshfield often draws on Zen Buddhist principles, and her work sometimes touches on imagery that evokes the spirit of bonsai. Her poems explore the beauty of the small, the overlooked, and the profound connection between the human and natural worlds. The essence of bonsai patience, mindfulness, and finding the universe in a grain of sand, or in this case, a tree in a pot, is woven into the fabric of her poetic vision. These literary appearances show that the bonsai is more than just a horticultural practice. It's a cultural icon loaded with meaning, ready to be unpacked by thoughtful writers and readers. It continues to be a source of inspiration, a quiet teacher sitting on a shelf, waiting to share its ancient wisdom. So, what is it about bonsai that continues to inspire so much creativity? I believe it's because a bonsai is a living paradox. It is both old and young, wild and tamed, natural and artificial. It is a complete ecosystem in miniature, a whole world you can hold in your hands. It forces us to slow down and observe. You can't rush a bonsai, and you can't rush the understanding it offers. In our fast-paced, modern world, the bonsai is an anchor to something more permanent, more patient. It connects us to the cycles of the seasons, the slow passage of time, and the quiet, persistent force of life. For a poet or a writer, this is an endless well of inspiration. Every leaf, every branch, every textured inch of bark holds a potential story or a profound feeling. It's a collaboration between a human and a tree, a dance of patience and vision that unfolds over a lifetime. The next time you look at a bonsai, I encourage you to see it not just as a plant, but as a poem. Read its story in the curve of its trunk, and the texture of its bark, and in the delicate arrangement of its leaves. Think about the years of care, the changing seasons it has weathered, and the patient hands that have guided its growth. Whether it reminds you of the resilience of nature, the beauty of imperfection, or the delicate balance of freedom and form, let it inspire you. The connection between bonsai and literature reminds us that art is all around us in the most unexpected and beautiful forms. It teaches us to look closer, to feel more deeply, and to find the poetry in the everyday. Thank you so much for joining me on this literary journey through the world of bonsai. I hope it has given you a new appreciation for both the art of the tiny tree and the power of words. What does bonsai symbolize to you? I'd love to read your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the world of bonsai. Until next time, keep growing and keep wondering.